Some locker room thoughts from your friends at A Cowboy Life. I'm Brady Tinker. La'el Collins gets a contract extension. The right tackle for the Cowboys, big number 71. To be honest with you, I was worried that he was not going to get that extension, that he may next year get a contract from someone else and play elsewhere. So I am thrilled because this guy has become a friend of mine. Another one of those guys that I met and that I sort of matched souls with. We're family guys, we're mom guys, we love children, and we had a lot in common. We love food, we love laughing and having a good time. And the story on La'el, you may or may not remember, was that in 2015 he was headed to Chicago for the draft and going to be a top 15 pick overall in the first round. And a former girlfriend of his was tragically murdered, and the police said he's not a person of interest, but we want to talk to him. That was enough for him to drop out of the first 4 or 5 rounds in the NFL draft. He and his agent took over from there and said, if you're not drafting us in the first 3 rounds, we will not go to your team if you call us and say you're going to draft us in round 4, 5, 6, or 7. So they took a chance. The Cowboys and Jerry Jones rarely miss a beat when it comes to getting in on something good or getting in on an inside scoop for a really good player. Jerry and his people investigated this, and by the end of the draft, by the end of draft day one of the 2 or 3, however long the draft is anymore, they were on the phone and called La'el Collins, and he was in no mood to be called. He was in no mood for anything because his life had changed and he hadn't done anything wrong. He was not involved in this at all. This was terrible. This was a former girlfriend of his. She lost her life, and there was a baby involved as well, but he didn't have anything to do with that. And if you meet this guy and spend any time around him, you will absolutely love him. It's a tragic story that has now become, for him, a great story because he's finally getting paid. He worked his butt off. He's battled through some injuries since he's been here, and he is one of the most wonderful men on that football team. And now that is a line from end to end that has great depth to it. So I'm thrilled for my friend La'el Collins, big number 71, and he has some stories, and we'll get them. We'll get them for you on A Cowboy Life.